Let's go out to Florida and talk to the great and wonderful Amy. What's up, Amy?
Hello, Dr. John.
What's
Thank
up?
you for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
Hi.
What's happening?
I feel kind of silly with this, but I want to thank you for taking my call. My question that I
Hold
wrote
on.
in
Have
with...
you listened to this show ever?
I have, and I feel like my story is not as dramatic as most of the ones you deal with. So I was surprised that Jenna called me, actually.
No, we have to be careful the show doesn't turn into Jerry Springer, so it's good just to have some human stuff. What's up?
Yeah, this is human stuff. My question is, how do I cope with the anger and the grief that I feel by being blindsided by my own life?
Tell me more.
Okay. Well, before I start, I just want to say there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I love my kids with all my heart. The end. I know people are going to be listening and they're going to be like,
No.
oh my gosh, she's not thankful.
This is one of my favorite ways people start. Like, now listen.
Okay.
He's great, but okay. So I love
No, there's
my
no
kids.
but with this. There is no but.
Love your kids.
I
Noted.
love my kids.
I can't
Noted.
wait to hear
Okay.
what happens. Okay. What comes
All
next?
right. So my husband and I have been married 21 years.
Me too. Congratulations. I know how hard that is.
Thank you.
Personally, that's a long time. Congrats.
It is a long time, and it has been very hard. But we had 2 kids in our early 20s. That was all the kids we had planned to have. We thought, we'll have our family, we'll have our kids, and by our mid to late 40s, we'll be empty nesting.
Are you pregnant?
And no.
Okay. All right.
Thank God, I'm not.
All right. I thought you were pregnant. All right.
So just as we were kind of leaving the little kid fog, where you never see each other, you are just mad at each other all the time. The kids take up everything. We found out in our early 30s that we were pregnant again. So we had another kid, kind of rolled with the punches there, and we're like, okay, well, that just kind of pushes things a little bit. And 2020 rolled around, and I remember posting on Facebook how excited I was because I was just feeling like I was finally starting to feel me again, feel like myself. I've been a stay-at-home mom this whole time, and you just kind of get lost in it. You feel invisible. You feel like you don't exist and that you just aren't even a real person anymore. And I know that lasts while the kids are small, and as they get older, it kind of goes away. But anyway, 2020 came. I was about to turn 40. I posted that on Facebook, and a month later, I found out I was pregnant again at 40. And from that moment, I lost it. I immediately fell into like a deep grief, like grieving what I thought my 40s were going to look like. Okay, I'm trying not to cry.
No, cry away, dude. Listen, you're right. You are right.
I feel angry a lot that I had to start over at 40. I feel angry that as my older kids are transitioning, that I don't get to transition with them. I feel like I've been stuck at the starting line for nearly 20 years, and my friends are all starting to empty nest and going on trips with their husbands and finally starting to live again. And I haven't been out to my dinner with my husband in months. We don't see each other. We have no time together. We've been living in a little kid fog for 20 years, and I'm just grieving so hard that I'm 43, and it feels like I'm going to be invisible for another 20 years, and I won't get to live until I'm 60, and I'm just so spent. I'm emotionally spent. I'm physically touched out. I look in the mirror, and the person I see just keeps getting older, and I feel like my life has just been stuck in the same season for so long, and I love my children with all my heart, but I don't love my life, and it fills me with guilt every morning and grief and anger. And I know it sounds selfish, but it feels like I don't exist. And I feel like I have so much potential that will never get to see the light of day. And I guess I'm calling in just to say, how do you have any advice how to cope with this?
Yeah. Well, one, thank you for saying all that out loud.
Yeah. It helps.
Have you ever said it all out loud like that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
maybe bits and pieces.
It felt like it all came. Hey, I'm proud of you. Okay,
I vomited on you. Yeah.
That's what we do here. That's my job. That's my job. I don't think for 1 second that you don't like your kids. Not for a second. Okay, so I want to take that completely off the table. And anybody, hey, listen, do not read the YouTube comments because there's going to be morons that are posting like, oh my gosh.
I know.
Don't read them. Okay,
I know.
You promise?
Yeah. Yeah. I promise.
Okay,
I
good.
know people that don't have kids are going to be upset. People who think I don't appreciate them. I do.
No,
I
no, no,
love
no,
them
no.
with
That's
all
not
my
it. That's
heart.
not it. That's not it.
Yeah.
That's not it. Okay. Number
Okay.
2, getting pregnant with number 4 at 40 something absolutely is right to grieve what you thought was about to be a whole new a chapter of your life.
Yeah.
100%. You had a picture painted
Yeah.
and it went away instantly. And you were faced with that, I call it like the guilt shame teeter-totter of, I don't want this. Oh, great mom. Great mom. And then it
Yeah.
smashes the other side and you're like, oh, what a loser. And then it's like, oh, so yeah, you got to get off the teeter-totter, number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're right. You are right. And here's what I really want to challenge you on, though. Can I push back on the whole model you've created?
Yes, please.
You have fallen prey to one of our culture's most insidious traps and lies, is what I would say.
Okay.
Okay? Here's what it is. That there is some magical finish line somewhere. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And what that means is, right now is the life you are choosing. There are billions of people in the world that don't get choice, right? I get that.
Right.
Most of the people listening to the show do. And when I say choice, it doesn't mean like it's not like you're suddenly going to get $1 million or suddenly rent's going to get cheaper. It's not. Okay? When I say choice, I mean you keep waiting until this season X is over so then you can start living your life. And what your body is reacting to right now is you are choosing consciously to not live your life. There is a fog, no question about it. And then there's a whole bunch of choices. There is chaos with 3 kids. Now a 4th and an infant? Are you kidding me? And there's a ton of choices. So I'm going to challenge you because I love you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
You and your husband have chosen to not go on dates for months. You'll have chosen to have your sex life just go away. You'll have chosen to take different paths. And I have little kids. I get how insane it might sound. But my promise is this. If all of your kids were checking out and you booked that first vacation and you showed up at that first vacation place, the worst part about that is you would have gone with you. The person who felt like put her life on hold for 20-something years. And I bet you didn't put it on hold as much as you think you did. Maybe I'm wrong. But I bet your kids love their mama, don't they?
They do.
And are your kids good kids? They're good human beings?
They are.
They treat people right?
I think so.
Does your husband bathe with some regularity?
Well, that's questionable.
Questionable. Please don't fall into the trap that the only contribution a person can make is some sort of dollar amount in a 401k.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
you've created and sustained.
Yeah, I guess it's just I feel like my brain is wasted. Like
On what? On not making reports in some law office?
Oh no, I don't think I would ever do that. But just
what did your brain get wasted on?
Sitting down and playing Barbie dolls and just mind-numbing stuff that I've done day in and day out. 20 years already, and
you've created neuronal. You've created. Yeah, it's not even a word. You've created. I'm trying to think of a non-nerd way to say it.
It's okay. You can be a nerd. I like that kind of stuff. I like the brain stuff.
You've created brain maps for your kids.
Yeah.
You've created their wiring. You've created their nervous system with them, co-created it with them.
Yeah.
You could build a residence hall at a college, or you could, as an architect, or you can, I don't know, build a small company, or you can build a human.
Yeah.
And they're all at various stages mind-numbingly boring. Insanely boring, insanely frustrating, insanely rewarding.
Yeah.
But there's another story here. Underneath this role you found yourself in is a woman who, for whatever reason, does not like saying out loud what you need. And there's a woman who doesn't like saying out loud, you know what I really want, and fill in the blank. That's the part that I think has gone to waste. Is your voice.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
I think she's been gone for a long time.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because it's always been everybody else in the house is more important. All of their needs are more important.
And I would tell you that's a curse of modern parenting.
Yeah.
Because if mom's not well, you've got nothing to give. If your pitcher's not full, you've got nothing to pour into your kid's pitcher.
And that's how I feel right now.
It is.
Especially thinking about, I'm spent.
Yeah. But the solution to being spent is not a season of doing nothing. It's not a season of comparative analysis, watching your friends, because I promise you this. I promise you. You're going to have friends that go on a couple of their vacations, and they're like, oh, my gosh, ah, ha, ha. And then they're going to come over to your house, and your daughter's going to crawl up into your lap right before she goes to bed. And one of them's going to have a tear go down their face, and the other guy's going to be tough, and he's going to go, man, I miss that. Okay? Everybody's wondering what it's like on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
And the key to being well is being okay with what side of the fence you happen to be on. And there is no going back.
Where I gotta get.
You're there. You have a fourth kid. How old's your kid? 3?
Oh, yes, I know.
3?
Yeah, I have 4, and I can't change it. I know that. I think I'm just trying to figure out how to be okay with this.
I don't want you to just be okay with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive.
Yes.
I haven't thrived for a long time.
So make the choice that mom goes first for a season. Will husband allow a wife with a voice?
I hope so.
Would he love? No, that's not a good answer. Would he love a wife that says, here's what I need?
I'm going to try. I don't know that he's ever known me as that. You know, he's always kind of been like the pants in the family. So I'm going to speak up.
Most men, hold on. It's not just a matter of I'm just going to speak up, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to not speak up, and then you're going to explode on him, and he's going to not know what hit him.
Yeah.
Most guys are so desperate to know why their wife doesn't like them.
Oh, I love him.
I know you do.
Him.
No,
I do.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But he can see his wife is miserable.
Yeah.
And if he's any husband worth a crap, he's wondering what it is about him that's making that happen.
Yeah.
And that's a very selfish way to go through the world. We all do it, right? Men and women. Everybody goes through the world going, what about me? What about me? But if you sat down and said, over the last 20 years, I lost myself in my role as a wife. I lost myself in a role as a mom. And I put every single need in this home before mine, and I've just looked up and I got nothing left in the tank.
Yeah.
I want to figure out what I even need. I want to figure out what I even want. And I'm going to need you to help around the house. I'm going to need you to help with dinner. I'm going to need you to help with like marriage retreats. Who do we want to become? Because we're choosing not to sleep together. We're choosing to sleep in separate rooms. We're choosing all these choices. We're choosing to not go on dates. All these things are choices. And usually these conversations get really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It won't be easy. And stuff from the past comes up. New surprises will show up, all that. But this is a matter of you deciding, my voice matters in this house. I'm not just hired help to give my husband the life he wants and to raise 4 kids.
Right.
I'm a co-creator of this place.
Right.
And if you hear nothing
Right.
else today, your voice matters. Not only does it matter, it's really, really important that your kids get a vision of what a mom who takes care of herself looks like. Of a mom who says
Right.
out loud, I need this. And dude, as a husband, I'm so grateful when my wife says, hey, I really need today off. Even when I'm so frustrated by it, because I needed today off too.
Yeah.
We got back from a long vacation recently, and my wife said, hey, I need me and a couple of her girlfriends, they're going out, they do this regularly. We're going out all day. We're just going to figure out where we're going to go when we go. I'd been on vacation for 2 weeks with my kids. I just needed like my brain clear. But dude, I was so grateful that she said what she needed out loud, and she went, and they had a great time, and I had a blast with my kids. I just had to just change the focus of the day. And actually, thank goodness, because we had such a blast, me and my little ones. I tell you that to tell you this. It's not just about speaking up. It's about taking your husband out and saying the way we've chosen to do marriage up until now doesn't work anymore. I want to hear from you. What kind of marriage do you want to have? I'm going to speak up. Here's the kind of marriage I want to have. Here's the kind of life I want to have. Here's the kind of kids. And we're going to get babysitters because we're going out. And we're going to go on vacation. And we're going to drag the kid along. It's going to be fine. We're going to have a blast. Kid can do what we can do. They'll be great. Or one of these older kids that we've raised for 20 years can come back and babysit. Whatever, we'll figure that out. But we're going to live the life we're going to live, and the kids are going to be a part of that, not the other way around. The modern American house that revolves around children is insane. The home should revolve around mom, and the home should revolve around dad, should revolve around parents, not the other way around. I'm going to send you a copy of my new book, Building a Non-Anxious Life. I want you guys to go through that book together, you and your husband. I'll send it to you for free. I want you to do the exercises. It's about building a life that is different now. A life where everybody speaks up, everyone's heard, everyone decides what we're going to do, everyone works together. And most importantly, it's a house where we have peace. And your house hasn't had peace in a long time. That's because mom has taken, Amy has taken Amy and just shoved her down. It's time for the world to meet Amy for the first time. And that starts at your dinner table. Call anytime, Amy. We'll be with you every step of the way. This will get harder before it gets easier, okay? This will get tough, but you're worth it. So are those little ones, man.